Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is T. Today I am going to be sharing with you a pattern review of a McCall's pattern that I just recently made, and it is the McCall's M6896. I did this pattern using one of my wax prints, and for those of you who have been following my wax print series, you know that this print that I'm currently wearing, is one of the prints that I featured in a pattern haul, an African wax print pattern haul that I did sometime last year. And I'm so excited to report that I have finally made something with that particular wax print. And I'm going to share that with you today. All right, so this pattern that I made, the McCall's M6896 pattern, it is classified as an easy pattern. That is a pattern that is designed for petite women and misses, and I would agree with that. It is a very easy pattern with a really minor exception, and I will talk about that later on in the video. The pattern comes in two combinations of sizes. So the first is size 8 to 16 and the second is 16 to 24. I selected the size 16 to 24 and it is labeled as F5. And the one that is 8 to 16 is labeled as B5. So that's the one that I chose. This pattern has 5 different variations with 2 neck variations and 2 sleeve variations as well. So you could do actually 3 sleeve variations. So you could do a top with a short sleeve, 3/4 sleeve, or no sleeve at all. So I did view E, sorry. I did view E, which is featured in this orange print at the bottom. And I really, really love this garment, guys. And I am actually planning on making a few more garments with this pattern here pretty soon. So let me tell you a little bit about this pattern, and then I'll tell you more about the adjustments that I made and also tell you about the fabric as well. So the pattern features, like I said, 5 different variations. It is a top, a flared top that has princess seams on the side, and it is just a wonderful design. For the closure, you will be using a zipper, and the zipper goes in the back. So I really like this design. I like the princess seams. I like the fact that it's flared at the bottom and you have that peplum look. It's a really great garment. I really love this garment. The suggested fabrics for this includes fabrics such as challis, stable knits, what else? Linen, faux leather. I chose this African wax print, which is a 100% cotton, and it works just fine for me, even though it's not on the suggested fabric choices. It works just fine. As long as the fabric has some stability and some structure, I feel like it will hold up just fine. The pattern instructions include 24 steps. They're very easy to read and to follow. But once you get to the instructions with the interfacing, that can pose a little bit of a challenge, just a very, very little bit of a challenge for beginners, because the directions go from it goes back and forth talking about how to apply the interfacing to views B and E, and then for views A, B, and C. So it can be quite confusing, but if you read the instructions beforehand and you look at all your pieces, then you'll know what you're dealing with and you won't have that issue. It took me about 2 hours real time to complete it, but I was working on it all week because, as I have mentioned before, I have some back issues, and that has prevented me from doing my sewing projects at an accelerated rate. So anyway, I took the entire week to complete this garment, but I'm confident that even a beginner can complete this in one day. The finished measurements for the size that I selected a size 16, and those finished measurements are 40 for the bust, 35 for the waist, and 50 for the hips. I did have to make some adjustments to those measurements in order for this garment to fit me the way in which it fits me now. And so I went down an inch in the bust. So instead of it being a 40, it is a 39. For the waist, I went down to about a 32. And the hips, I just left it the same because it's a flared princess seam, and it's fine. It's just fine. But for the waist and the bust, I did adjust those. The arms, on the other hand, I had to do a full bicep adjustment for the sleeve. And so that's something that I often have to do, especially when I'm working with woven fabrics. So that wasn't a surprise to me. I did have to increase in this bicep area about 1.5 inches so that I can have movement in the arms. So that's pretty much all the adjustments that I made and everything that I did. I did add bias binding to the bottom of the sleeve and to the bottom of the shirt for style, not because the pattern called for it. And I'll step back so you can see in a moment. So for the sleeves here, you can see I did a white bias binding, and for the bottom of the hem, I also did a white bias binding. If you can't see it, I will insert videos. I will insert pictures at the end of this video, and you can see the bias binding at the bottom of the top. I think it adds to it, and it brings out the black, and it also brings out the blue as well. Now for the fabric that I chose, it is a 100% cotton, and this is a sun fabric or sun ray type fabric. As you can see in the front, because I didn't have enough fabric and because the motifs were so large, I wasn't able to align the front as much as I wanted, but I was able to align the back. I cut these pieces without realizing that the back would be more symmetrical than the front. Otherwise, I would have put the motifs on the back and the front. But it still looks pretty great, and I really love it. And I'm hoping to get some wear out of it. I really like this garment, guys. So you let me know in the comment section below if you like this garment, or if you have any comments regarding this particular make or the pattern. Make sure you put it in the comment section below. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing to the channel. And also for all of you, make sure that you like this video if you really like the video. And also make sure you show me some love and share the video as well. All right, so that's it for this video, and until next time, stay creative.